Hello, everyone. My name is Logan Tello, and today I just want to let you know a little bit about my personal faith and testimony, as well as how I know God is faithful. So, my walk with Christ had began around the age of 6, and I was baptized around the age of 7. I'm from South Florida, and my family and I had attended a church called Potential Church in Cooper City. We had originally gone to this church due to the Great Recession, as my parents were realtors and they had losses all across the board, and they needed help. And thankfully, a family of friend had brought us into the church, and we attended this church all the way up until my graduation year in 2018. Now, when high school started, my faith had kind of became lackadaisy and it became an afterthought. When freshman year had started, I completely had lost all of my religious aspect, and I had lost my walk, and I was lost in my walk, and I had lost Christ himself. And so fast forward to my senior year of high school, I was coming up on applications and I was playing football, and I got an offer to go to SEU. And when I found out that I had an offer, it was the only school that I had applied to, and it was the only school that I knew I was going to play football. And so I did. When I found out that SEU was a Christian school, I was a little hesitant, but like I said, it was the only school I had applied to. And so it was the only choice that I had. And so I had gotten on campus in July of 2018, and I had attended summer workouts and I was on campus. However, I didn't feel integrated into the school, even as school started later half of August, going into September and whatnot. And due to this, my grades had slipped, it became an afterthought, and unfortunately, I had to quit football because of this. And so, like I said, originally I didn't feel integrated into SEU, but I was there and I felt like I needed to get out. And I told my mom, and she said, "Don't worry about it, we'll get out second semester of your freshman year." Fast forward to November of 2018, I'd actually met the best group of friends that I ever had, and they introduced me to Christ. Like I said, I was introduced at a young age. I lost it around high school, and I didn't find Christ again up until my freshman year of college. And so when I found this friend group, they didn't judge me for any of my past, and they knew who I was and knew that I didn't have Christ at the center of my life. And they didn't judge me, rather they helped me. And so when it was time to start applying for other schools, come end of November and going into December, my mom had asked me, but I told her that I felt there was a reason I needed to stay for one more semester. And so I did. And so come February, I had a dying pastor come up to my car and ask me to pray for him. And for me, this was, really the ultimatum and the moment that I knew that God was real. And I knew that I wanted to follow him again, because here I was, not strong in my faith, not knowing who Christ was, not knowing where to go. And I had a dying pastor ask me to pray over him. And I never prayed over anybody, even while I was young. And that moment was really monumental to me, because after that, I decided to dive deeper into searching who Christ was and wanting for him to become the center of my life. And fast forward 3 years later, nothing has changed. And I've had amazing conversations and testimonies of other people who I've been able to reach out in part of that original date in February back in 2018. And so, if anything, I just want to let you know that God is faithful, and he stayed with me even throughout my years where I neglected him, and he welcomed me with open arms.